Greetings, people. Greetings. Hydra. Hi. It's been a while. How are you? Can't believe I'm seeing your name right now. Oh, sound is low? It's not too bad. Check, check, check. Yeah, it's better that way. So, yeah, so how are you doing? Tired? I'm pretty much always tired, so I understand. Wow, 8 months, huh? Wow. That is insane. That's so insane. The other time I looked and I couldn't even believe that I've been already doing this like almost a year and a half now. Which is crazy. That's cool. Very cool. Well, I'm really glad to see you. Glad to see you're back, kind of, at least for now. So that's really cool. Yeah, happy about that. I was wondering many times. I was like, "Where's Hydra? Where's Hydra?" You started another new job, or is that still the same new job that you were talking about last time you were here? Oh, okay. All right, let me shuffle those. So, what would you like to Oh, hi, Serenity. How are you? Glad you're here too. What would you like to inquire about, Hydra? Is it anything in particular? Or you just want to do a general? Gotcha. Oh, company from the Netherlands? Okay. 4 hour gap. Oh, yeah. You're in. I forgot now where you are. Where you are. But for us here in the U.S., it's like a 6 hour difference. Yeah. Or 8 hour difference. Depends, I guess. Yeah. All right. Gotcha. Yeah, it's the same. There's the time difference between here and Germany too. So whenever I talk to my family in Germany or Serbia too, it's on the same time. Um, then or my friend in Germany, then you know he will respond like hours later, and I will respond hours later because literally when pretty much when it's daytime here, it's nighttime for him. So yeah, I understand that. Okay, I think I shuffled these good, well enough. Mm, okay, so we're off to a good start. Okay, so you get the 10 of swords here, so it's looking like you are there's an improved outlook um in your life, and there's improving situations, and you have a slight edge over your hardships, and there is a pause in calamity. So it looks like things are kind of in the process of getting better for you, improving for you. Particular, situations in your life are improving for you. So that's really good. So in general, things are not too bad. Things are slowly starting to get better for you. Okay. Ah, okay. So that can be a big part. Ace of Cups inverted though. That that is still that is not a positive um card to have. This is there is a loss of love and a stagnation too, in a sense. There are also unfortunate and abrupt changes, okay, in your life too. So there are still hurdles that you're in the process of overcoming. Um, so definitely, some stressful situations are still meddling in your life. Loss of love that could be related to enjoyment of something, or literally losing love for a particular person in your life. The water throwing sound on a hot slab. I don't know what that means. Like or what? Hi, Cheese Leaf. How are you? It's been a minute. Oh, he looks like he's taking off his hat. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. I see. I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So still a couple of problems there that you're gonna have to overcome. Okay. So let us move on. Okay. Ah. Yes, that's a good one. Judgment. So literally, Judgment Day is upon you. In a sense that judgment will be provided, okay, in situations that will be in your favor. There will be accountability for someone's actions, new beginnings, and awakening, okay. So that's pretty good. So there will be definitely a time of awakening and new beginnings and accountability. Somebody will be held accountable for their actions. So it's really good. That's good. So all in all, Hydra, not too bad. Just a little bit of a stagnation still going on, but all in all, you have an edge over your hardships, and accountability will be provided. So, things in general are pretty good. Judge you for what, Serenity? I won't judge you. I never judge like that. Like I don't, it is not my business. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good, Hydra. Oh, you're talking about the judgment card. I'm sorry, I misunderstood that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's good, Hydra. It doesn't even matter what religious affiliation or anything like that. But really just meditating, which is just another word pretty much for going within yourself, is always good. You should always like do it and there's different ways of doing it. Of course, I've said that before. You don't have to do it the way that the popular culture is trying to tell you how to meditate. There are different ways of meditating, and it depends on what person you are and what puts you in a meditative state. And then afterwards, after this meditative session, has you feeling, improved. There's a improvement in your feelings, afterwards, in your emotional, state and your mental state. So that's what meditation is about, and it doesn't matter how you do it. That depends on yourself. Okay, so I love the lucid dreams. I love the all of them. I really do. Like, even if I wake up panicked as fuck, I don't care. Like, I really kind of like harness these and squeeze out whatever I can, out of these things. Be it spiritual information, or be it, information just about myself, or about things in other realms. Like, I really love utilizing any lucid dreams. Of course, like I said, in that moment, it can be, depending on what you're dreaming, can be rather shocking, or, can put you in a panic, of course. But afterwards, it's very good. So, we have now, next is Serenity, and then it's Cheese Leaf. Alright, Serenity. Would you like a general reading, or just, or do you have something in mind that you would like to inquire about? Okay, general, gotcha. Let me shuffle these a little bit more. Glad to see all you guys tonight. Really great. We had a couple of really good streams last couple of days, and I did have a topic prepared to discuss, but there's not everybody from the Discord is in right now, so I think I want to keep this still for another time. The topic that I posted in Discord, I think I want to hold off on that until we have other people here as well to discuss that. Oh man. Well, thank you so much for coming, Hydra. It was really awesome to see you, and I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you still have your job, and things are okay, at least. I'm really happy that you're doing okay. Thank you so much for coming in, and I hope you sleep well, and I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow or tonight. Whatever. Sounds good, sounds good. Of course, you're always welcome. You know that, so I will hopefully see you soon. All right, Serenity. Ah. Okay. So we're off to a little bit of a rocky start here. Okay, you get the Ten of Pentacles, or the Ace of Pentacles inverted. Looks like there is some trouble brewing in your life in pretty much all aspects. Okay, it's like a false happiness, if you will. There's also like a sadness in spite of material gain, and there's also a squandering of wealth. Okay, so it looks like there's not really you're not really managing maybe your money the right way. You might be just spending too much, or you might be giving money to others to help them, but it's kind of causing you problems. So there's a little bit of that stuff going on, unfortunately, right now. Okay, and also you're trying to believe that you're happy, but it is in a false sense. You're not really content with your current state. Okay, let's move forward. Oh, Page of Swords inverted. Okay, so there is deceit, a liar, and a false friend in your midst. Hmm. You seem to really have a thing like, unfortunately it seems like you attract these type of people. It's really weird. And but you know what, I can totally relate to you because it does happen to me all the time as well. And I really, that's one of those things that I can never figure out, what is that, where does that come from? But they flock to you, maybe because, you know, potentially because they can sense that you're a good person, and they can immediately understand that they will be able to take advantage of that fact. So that could be a reason. You know, people like that, that's all they do. They will just seek out anything and anyone to get material gain or any kind of gain, you know, that can make them feel better. So they're pretty good at sniffing out these type of people that they can take advantage of. So that might be the reason why. But definitely some sort of deceit and, you know, a liar, a false friend. Unfortunately, okay? So keep watch on that. But it should be pretty obvious pretty quickly on who this person is, you know? So do not be too alarmed. It should be rather obvious, you know, when the time comes to know who is this person. Ah, okay. The Eight of Swords here. Doesn't have to be an actual friend. It could also be somebody that you see all the time, you know? Um, that somebody that you're around all the time. It's somebody with an energy that reflects that you know, attaches to yours, and in order for that to happen, it's got to be somebody that you're around all the time. Could also be a family member. Um, okay, could also be that. Yeah, anybody that's close to you. You know, it doesn't always have to be, if it says friend or romance, it doesn't have to be, you know, but it is definitely somebody. Now here we have the Eight of Swords. So there's a sort of a bondage going on for you mentally. It's like you're being controlled by outside forces and a censorship and restriction. You're not being able. Maybe you're holding yourself back, or something is holding you back from really opening up, and really coming out of yourself. So you're being held back in a sense. By something on the outside. So so it's not yourself. It's something on the outside. Something is keeping you. But it does ring a bell now when you say you keeping your boundaries. So something from the outside is telling you to do that, to you know, restrict yourself and to censor yourself and to not connect with anything or other people, etc., etc. So it looks like a little bit stressful in your life right now. A little bit confusing, so it seems, and not all you know, how you would like it, or how it, you know, would be ideal, unfortunately. But you know, this is just going to be a period, you know, a certain amount of time, not a long period of time. Like I always tell people when they get a reading with me, unless they really want to delve into this, normally these type of readings that I'm giving here on here are like on a 1 to 3 month basis, I would say. You know, the events of the past, present, and future that we sort out here. You know, so let me see if I can turn on my air conditioner. Maybe what's going on here? Yeah, so I hope things will get better for you, Serenity. It looks, you know, and they will get better. It's just always There's always a question when, you know, how long is it gonna take? That's always the thing. So I really hope that it's not gonna be too long, you know. And I think safe to say that in a couple of weeks or so things will start to look up. You know, that's what I think. All right, now Cheese Leaf, are you still here? Because you are next. Glad to see you, though, Serenity. Awesome that you're here. All right, sweet Cheese Leaf. Now, you want a general reading, or you have something in mind? Jeez, what the fuck? I'm throwing cards. Like I'm some sort of Houdini. General? Okay, I got you. Let me shuffle these a little bit more, though. I have this horrible sinus headache today from my one wisdom tooth. Now I got the one taken out, but the other one's still bothering me, and it's giving me the fucking sinus headache everywhere. And it's so annoying. All day I've been trying to fight it and not have this happening, but it's impossible. Okay, I think I shuffled them enough now. Okay, let's see, Cheese. Curious. The Knight of Swords inverted here, okay? So, something about a bully and a troublemaker, okay? I don't know if that's you or not. Impulse. I think it's you. I think this is about you being a little bit harsh to somebody and working on impulses because you're having a little bit of a rough time right now. Maybe, you know, emotionally with certain things, etc., etc. But something like that is occurring with you, okay? You are kind of bullying a little bit, being impulsive in a negative sense toward either one person or multiple people, okay? Could be sports related, game related, or something like that too, you know? Could be just something like that. Sometimes it doesn't have to be as severe, you know? It can be really applied to something that's, you know, of lighter heartedness, you know? So let's move on. Eight of Cups. So you have recently decided, or you're deciding right now, that you're going to be abandoning a certain path that you're going down, okay? Could be also with anything. You're changing plans, and you're ending your endeavors. You're abandoning old ways, and you're looking for better things. So there must be something that you're just kind of sick of, and you've seen enough of it, and you've done enough of it, and you're ready to move forward, okay? And you're just leaving it behind. You're ending it. You're saying, you know what? I think I have to move on from this. It will be better for me. It will be more enjoyable if I move on from this particular thing. So something in your life you're choosing to move on from, okay? All right. Sorry for the yawning. Moving on. Oh, I love this one. This is a good one. Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is, I think, a little bit more deeply rooted and is actually not as superficial as these may be, okay? This is talking about romantic. This is talking about somebody entering your life that offers new ideas to a situation, and an offer of opportunity is presenting itself in your life, okay? That could be these two could be very closely related, of course, because this new opportunity presenting itself, you're leaving other things behind, okay, and choosing this new thing that has come into your life. So that's really good. That's good. New things are definitely on the horizon for you, and in a positive manner, something that will really kind of help you grow as a person. So good things happening for you. Yeah, all in all, looks good. The impulsive behavior needs a little work, but we all have our things. But leaving these things behind in this context is a good thing. Leaving something behind that no longer serves you, and seizing new opportunities. So all in all, pretty good. Cheese leaf. I hope that made sense to you. I hope you could resonate with that. Yeah. I think it's always soccer players that you post. I wish you post some team handball players, but I don't think they even have those in there. Yeah, you're welcome. Good to see you. Glad you came in and checked in real quick. It was cool. It's cool. I appreciate that. Been having some really good streams lately, so I'm happy. I'm happy about this. I really appreciate it, and I thank you very much. Ugh. Fuck. Always hate when I have to fucking go down there. Oh god, now all the way in the corner. I actually have to go down there now. Oh, jeez. How are you doing, Florida Metal? Thank you for tuning in. Greetings, greetings. I do not know how long I will stay. Probably another 10 minutes or so, and if the turnout doesn't get any better, I'm probably gonna just call it an early night tonight, which would be okay for a change, because we've had some really good streams last couple of days. They were both almost 2 hours. One of them was 2 hours, I believe. Actually, out of the three, one of them was definitely 2 hours, and then the other two were close to 2 hours. So really good, I should say. So. Oh my god. No. Maybe I can reach out there. I got it. Yeah, so really good. Really good streams. How are you doing? You're doing good? Work is good? How's Lindsay doing? Lindsay's doing good? Good. That's good. I am glad to hear it. Been to any shows lately? Any good shows, I should say. Oh man, I'm already talking shit. I don't care. I'm not a poser. That's what posers say. No, seriously though, have you been to any shows lately, or? I wanna know. Who was it? And where? That part I want to know too. Ah. Oh. Are you guys hearing that shit? Oh, cattle. Oh, cattle decapitation, immolation, castrator. Uh. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that place before. Is that a big venue or? Castrator. Isn't that the all female band? I thought. All girls. Yeah, 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 yeah. But it's death metal, right? It's death metal, or what is it? What would you consider it? Death metal, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cattle decapitation. That's one of those bands that I've always kind of wanted to check out. You know, just because I want to check them all out one time. You know, at least to see. You know, what do they sound like, to hear what they're doing and everything. Got to, you know. At least I can pay that much respect. You know, for all of them. You know. I don't think I've ever seen Deicide live. I don't think I have. I've seen Morbid Angel, Cannibal Corpse, The Slayer. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I gotta check that out then. Because I think I am subbed to you on YouTube, I think. One day we'll do that interview. That'll be cool. That'll be real cool. Maybe we'll do a video interview. And it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't have to be live or anything. You know, because we can do the interview and we can edit it later, you know? Hey, whatever you like. Or, you know, you can also give the interview and you don't even have to be in the video. You know what I mean? Like how they do it at other interviews where the interviewer is actually like in the background and the interviewee is in the video. I just like videos better because I myself I know that about you. That's why I'm saying that, you know, because I know that that's something that you're not really, you know, wanting to do, which I understand. I myself, I'm like, I don't like watching my streams later on, and I don't like watching myself on an interview and stuff. I don't like that. Like right now, I'm doing it like this. It's fine, but then to watch the recording, like I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't know why. Because then I see things I don't like, and I don't know that I say or that I do. Um, but I do think it's better if you know I get interviewed, or you know Draven or whoever gets interviewed in the band. I do think that it is better when it is with the camera, you know, where you can see the person. Because, and the reason why is because I'm not just somebody that creates content as a musician or whatever I am, but I'm also a consumer and I know what I'm looking for. So when I look for an interview with persons of interest, I always try to find the video interviews where I can see these people, where I can see the mannerisms, where I can see their expressions and really how they're talking about these certain topics. Because if I do research somebody like that, be it an actor or a musician or an artist, this is serious to me. You know, this is not a joke. This is really, I really try to find out about, you know, their perspective on the deeper meanings of anything to them, meaningful to them or to myself, if it can coincide together or whatever. I really want to see what they take seriously in their life and what is meaningful to them. Of course, and especially about musicians, why are they doing the music that they're doing? What are certain particular songs? What's the meaning behind there? What's the meaning behind the way they perform? What's the meaning behind, their corpse paint if it is a black metal band? All of these things are very crucial things that I really want to know about, and I'm really I want to soak that in and know about it, and I don't want to just sit there and read some shit that was written down by somebody that made, like, I don't get it, the same thing out of it. If that's the only thing available, then yeah, but you know I, like I said, I just prefer seeing these big performers actually interviewing, in person. Oh, okay. So we're gonna cover having an interview in the interview. That's cool. We can do that. That can be part of it. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, shit. Teeth is fucking. Teeth are fucked, man. It got so many problems and it gets on my nerves. See, my tooth is making everything hurt in my mouth, in my jaw. I think I'm a very sensitive person. I have a very high pain tolerance. Like it's like it's okay, but it's just like it is annoying, especially when it's in your head. My mother always said that any pain above the neck is the worst pain. So. And it's just bothersome because it's really not that painful right now, but I can feel it like everywhere. And it's just, it's because of tooth pain, because that one needs to come out too, but I don't have money for that. I really just don't have money to get that tooth taken out, So. I really have to kind of look into getting like at least a dental insurance. But I do also realize that I have to pay for that for like 2 years before that can be used toward any kind of work on my teeth. So it's like, I'm looking after Yule. After Yule, we will go and check that out because I still have to buy, because I have my annual Wild Hunt Feast, hello, duelist, how are you? Yeah, my annual Wild Hunt Feast of meat fondue, and I still have to go and buy that. I have all the presents are wrapped. Everything is ready, when it comes to the big things like that. But food and everything, I still have to buy all that, and oh my god, it all costs so much money. So I have to really just kind of wait until February. In January. January, I can then think about these other things. I can think about, I can find a dental insurance and I pay monthly then, and then and then things will be better. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. Kelly, how are you? How are you guys? Glad to see everybody here. So, I don't know if you guys, not that everybody's here then, or not everybody, but some of you are here. Um, we could maybe really attempt to dissect this topic that I posted in the Discord. Um, Opinions, of course, mandatory. Let me see. I'm watching my brother's stream because it's awesome. But now I gotta pause it. He's doing a randomizer. It's so sick. I don't understand why people don't fucking love that shit. It's the best. What's wrong with people? Yeah, I'm about to read it too. I'm about to just read it aloud so that kind of because the way I interpret it is there's pretty much two parts to it, right? So I was gonna just kind of like read the first part and then discuss that, and then maybe we'll and then maybe we'll save the second part for another time, but maybe we can do it too. And again, she writes, should Keeley do no more than lead scientists from the dreary realms where they are groping into the open field of elemental force, where gravity and cohesion are disturbed in their haunts and diverted to use, where, from unity of origin, emanates infinite energy in diversified forms. He will achieve immortal fame. And then I think the second part starts there. Should he demonstrate the destruction of materialism that the universe is animated by mysterious to which matter, however, is absolutely subservient? No, this is still of the first part. Should he demonstrate to the destruction of materialism that the universe is animated by a mysterious principle to which matter, however perfectly organized, is absolutely subservient, he will be a greater spiritual benefactor to our race than the modern world has yet found in any man. Okay, so that is the first part. Should he do no more than lead scientists, literally less than leading scientists, from the dreary realms where they are groping into the open field of elemental force, where they are just pretty much, the way I interpret it, is grasping at straws when it comes to scrutinizing physical matter, okay, material matter, where gravity and cohesion are disturbed in their haunts and diverted to use, where from unity of origin emanates infinite energy in diversified forms. She's already stating how it all is coming about, everything that's happening in life, existence of anything, okay, from unity of origin, wherever the origin may be, emanates infinite energy in diversified forms. So all around us, infinite energy of different types of forms. He will achieve immortal fame. And then if he can actually demonstrate to the destruction of materialism, demonstrating and thereby destroying materialism, as in, everything has to be of material, of matter, destroying that illusion, basically, okay, destroying the illusion of materialism, that the universe is animated by a mysterious principle to which matter, by something, a principle that we cannot identify, an energy, some sort of a thing that we cannot identify, matter, however perfectly organized, is absolutely subservient. So even matter, even as we know matter, is pretty much at service to this energy that is part of its creation, of its existence, okay? He will be a greater spiritual benefactor to our race than the modern world has yet in any man. We will reap benefits spiritual in our spirituality through his discovery. Okay, so now the next page follows up, and I did not take a picture of this, but an actual physical example of what this author, this discoverer, Keeley, did. He had some sort of a machine that he had built, or something like this. I cannot really quite recall exactly now. And by just putting his hand on it, this machine was able to start functioning, and a mechanism was released, and it was starting to work. He had a partner in crime, if you will, that spent nights thinking about this and trying to figure out, okay, how can this be? How can this man, just by touching this thing, make it work? And his partner then came to him, or his student or something like that. I cannot really recall, okay, but these two men are doing this, and he comes to him and he says to him, I have figured it out. And Keeley says, okay, great, you have figured it out, then please demonstrate before me. So his friend does the same thing, puts his hand on there. Nothing happens. The machine is not moving. The mechanism is not uh, activated. Keeley does the one thing and puts his hand on his friend's shoulder, and the machine starts working. So the current of whatever energy that Keeley had within himself, the current was directed into his friend and then directed into the machine to start working. And this is something like this is put on record by these people that this occurred. This was something that really happened. So now this is a little bit separate, of course, from the original point. And the original point is just like whenever you read any of Helena Blavatsky's books, you will realize that it's really, each chapter is about the same thing. It is about the same thing in a different, explained and scrutinized and detailed and put as example in different ways. And it's about how that everything that we know in existence, be it materialistic, or be it not even visible, anything like oxygen is not visible with the naked eye, right? But everything that is in existence comes from something else, from something that we have not been able to equate yet mathematically. And that's where metaphysics comes in. So pretty much like she will always take apart, she will always use a different example, a different approach to enhance how important that is to understand that. And that's the spirit, that's the whole thing about the spirituality. Where does all this come from? So it is, nowadays when we think about molecules breaking down and being put together and all of that stuff, we call it chemistry. We call it chemistry, to breaking different chemicals down and then bringing them back together. Now we called that back then, it was alchemy, right? It was pretty much almost the equivalent to chemistry today, but it was called alchemy. And then it was consequently considered witchcraft, but now today, in today's world, it is called science, and it's called chemistry, and it's called also physics. And so these are all the things. So pretty much she's trying to break down that there is something, everything comes from something, nothing comes from nothing. You know what I mean? Like there's something more than meets the eye that we still, some say it could be dark matter. Some say, now scientists are really delving deep into the theory of, how crucial is dark matter really to everything around us. Scientists are really trying to figure that out better. Ooh, I didn't like that at all, but I had to do that because this shit, I can't. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so if you guys got any I don't want to just talk to myself, so any ideas, any thoughts, any experiences, anything, because of course this is all about the metaphysical. Now we have the physical. Damn it. No. Why? So so this is in the meta. That's okay. That's okay. It happens. I understand. When I'm really tired and shit, I'm just like, I can't. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so these things. Now let me just kind of let me just try to put it a little simpler then. we all are practitioners of what we would call, different things like magic, scythia, all of these different things, the craft, whatever you want to call it, right? We delve into these, you know, in these spiritual energies that we use to manipulate, right? That we use as magnetism to manifest things that we want, right? We use magnetism. That's how we manifest things. That is one of the first things that I learned when I started doing practice. It is that we literally act as a magnet when we do rituals or whatever we do, and that's how these things come to us or come into our surrounding area. These things that we call upon, these circumstances or whatever it is. Okay, so these are things that we are familiar with. These are things that we tell people about and that people don't believe. These are things that we tell people about and people are scared of. These are things that we tell people about and they are in awe, okay? And these are also the parts, this is occultism, metaphysics, occultism. This is a big part that is actually connected to actual science, to what we nowadays call physics and chemistry. Now, we call it metaphysics in the occultist world, but the reason why is because conventional science and scientists will not accept it as an actual official science yet understandably so, because if it cannot be put into a mathematical equation and actually calculated and measured and all of these things and harnessed, then it's not to say that we cannot call it science, but it's hard to then analyze it and scrutinize it and really start and really understand it. So until we are at that point, the conventional scientists refuse to call it science because it's not science in that sense. It is still just metaphysics. It's alchemy, it's whatever you want to call it. So Blavatsky has a very kind of a little bit a harsh view on the scientific world. She will literally put them down in the most intelligent and poetic way possible, and in the most respectful and least derogatory way. She will still put conventional scientists down in her writings because it seems like there was always an emotional attachment to all of these things that she wrote as an author, that she discovered, that she learned, and that is very, very much, you can read that when you read her, that she felt very highly about all of these discoveries that she has made, all of the research that she has done. And the thing with her is too that she still is a person of science too. She will apply science, actual, mathematical, physical, and chemical science to these things that she can apply it to, right? So she's not opposed to actual science, but she is opposed to the fact that scientists do not respect metaphysics and occultism as a certain type of science, as pretty much a branch off of all of these other things, physics, chemistry, whatever. But these are all the things. And this goes both ways. We sit here as the people that we are and what we do. We're bringing this back. Our ancestors did this already a long time ago. From them doing these things, these occult activities, these metaphysical activities that they did, the alchemy that they worked with, we were able to, do all these other things that we're able to do now. The actual scientific, this is how Einstein was able to do this. This is how Tesla was able to do this, because in the past it has happened before and it evolved into what it is now. So then technology evolved in this manner, and science evolved in this whole manner, to where we abandoned our old ways. We abandoned what we used to do, the alchemy we used to practice, the craft, the magic that we used to practice, that brought us here in the first place. So now certain people of us, like the people that we are trying to come back to this now, and we're trying to highlight it again, and pretty much yell out again, we are still here. This is still a factor. This non-visible energy that is the cause for everything is still here, and we're part of it. We're the ones that are actually connecting to it. Whereas, scientists always look at the physical. It always has to be something that they can, in some way physically, I guess, determine or equate in a way. It has to be like this. If as soon as you speak of non-physical phenomena, they will look away, because to them it will be inventions. But when in reality, we all know, when we really simply think about it, it's really easy, because like even the universe, even the Big Bang, even all that came from like something. There was nothing. There was a point where there was nothing. Literally nothing, like the nothingness in the never-ending story. That was truth. There was nothing. There was blackness. There was silence. There was no oxygen. There was absolutely nothing. So then, what happened suddenly? What happened there suddenly? I mean, we understand as the people that we are. There wasn't a man in a white robe with a white beard, suddenly a human being saying, "I'm gonna make universe happen." No, because we were monkeys. We evolved from monkeys. This is fact. Okay, we now know these are facts. These are like Darwin's theory of evolution. It's called a theory, but only because there are a couple of links missing. We know that this is actually a fact. This is how it happened. Oh, hi, Racer. Greetings. Thank you for coming in. Hello. Thank you for following. Yeah, so that is what is this all about. Is everything go all the way back? Where? What was it? What was it? It was an energy now, wasn't it? It was a certain type of molecule, which must have had a certain type of energy in order to act, in order to produce movement, in order to produce maybe fusion with something else, or even maybe splitting up, or something must have happened in some sort that we still cannot grasp with conventional physical science. And it is it is a sad part, because it's like, if they were just to really, if you would have a scientist, that is an astrophysicist, or somebody that tries to really go out of the bounds of Earth, and really tries to figure out the origin of everything, of everything, not just the Earth, but everything, the existence of everything. If they would just spend maybe a year or so with an occultist, and see what did they do, and what can they see that will occur, maybe they could come together and find, they have to be also mathematicians in a sense, and they could combine, their knowledge, their gathered knowledge, and maybe come up with a solution. It could be that simple, but it is so, divided, the community of researchers, because we're researchers. We try to get to the bottom of where the spirituality, where does the craft and all of that come from, just as much as they do, but we take a different route. We take the route of our consciousness, and we take the route of the waves in the air, whatever they bring. Racer, yes, you can get a reading. You just have to redeem it with crystals. If you want a 3-card reading, it's 150 crystals. If you want a 1-card reading, you can just tell me you want a 1-card reading. And if you want a 10-card reading, I suggest you subscribe to me, because you also get no ad breaks, and you get to use my emotes in chat. Um, so that is up to you. And I designed these emotes, and I'm very proud of them, and I love them. Mm? Yeah. So I don't know how much you guys are following me on this. Now, I feel I feel bad because nobody's saying anything. I think everybody's like, oh my, like I don't know how you guys are feeling. I'm like scared right now. Okay, okay, good, good. Yeah, so that's what I always tell you. It is for me just a really good I mention her a lot, and it's not like, it's doll wigs for actual like little dolls or what? I want to know about that. That's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to me. I quote her. Well, quotes. I mean, maybe a little exaggerated, but I do reference her a lot, Helena Blavatsky, because she was so knowledgeable of many of the different cultures. The religious cultures, if you will, like the religious aspects of different cultures that were more deeply rooted in less of the mythical and imaginary, but rather rooted in the actual science, in the actual scientific um, parts of it. So she was so highly knowledgeable, and she really spent her whole life researching all these different things, and then she combined them all in her writings. So she is just the one of the best people to bounce off of from, because she incorporates them all, because there are many I can read authors of the Norse traditions and religions, which the paganism, the paganism of the Germanic people was not really considered a religion. This is a life. This is the life that we live. It's not a religion. We didn't sit there. It was not indoctrinated. We had to go to church. We could curse out our gods, which I do on a daily basis. It was never that way. It was rather a part of everything that we touch, of everything around us at all times. That was a part of it. It was very different. A lot more like sacred, really, to me. Less about control and demand, and rather sacred. But anyway, and I can find authors that will just specify in this strictly, and I will find authors that will specify, strictly specify in the Hindu teachings, and then the authors in the Buddhist teachings, and the Christian teachings, and the Gnostic teachings, and all of that. But she pretty much has a sense of combining certain parts of all of them, and you know bringing it all back to, well, okay, that's all fine and dandy, but where is that energy, you know um yeah, it's not about smart. It really is just something like, like, if you have, like, two things, or the combination of the two, if you have never paid attention to it in that sense, then you couldn't know. And then the other part is, if you've never actually practiced it, or tried it out or whatever, then you also couldn't know. And then a combination of the two, you know what I mean? Like, so it's totally understandable. Only people that have read about these things, people that have done these things for a long time, and and viewed all these different aspects, people like me, and I think probably Kelly, and maybe Duelist too, then we have seen, we have literally manifested, and we have seen what goes on, you know what I mean? To the contrary of what conventional science, it's like science will say this is impossible, where we can sit here and say, no, I've seen it, I've done it, it's possible. and multiple times. You know what I mean? With the same outcome in a different way, because in the time I wanted it in a different way, but the outcome was you know, fundamentally always the same. You know, I sit here, you know, and let's put it in very easy terms. I sit here and I do a ritual, and I sit here and I say, you know, I would like to inherit wealth of some sort, right? I would like to get money. Let's just say that. Sounds super like cliche, doesn't matter. That is just, we're going to use that example, best example. And it literally occurs, you know, people will sit and say, I didn't get the millions that I wished for. But the next day they will go to the store and they will buy a scratch off ticket and they will scratch it and they win $5. There it was. Now, okay, people then will say the scientist was a coincidence. Okay, that's always the thing. Hey, I'm a big person for coincidence. To me, everything is coincidence until I can literally sit here and say and rule everything out. I've said this before, and be able to rule everything out that could make this a coincidence. Now, if I do that same ritual and the same outcome, the next day I found a $5 bill. I do the ritual again. I find $10 in my pocket of my jeans. I've done this 3 times back to back now, and I have gotten, like, this is no longer a coincidence. This is no longer a coincidence. You can view it in any way you want. The chances of this being a coincidence, they have become extremely slim. Of course, like, you know, we can never rule it out. Of course, I understand science. But the chances, percentage-wise, that this is now a coincidence have virtually diminished, you know? Let me see what you guys are saying here. Okay, let me address what Duelist you said about the because I believe all religions have some truth to them. I claim none, though. Okay, so exactly, to all the stories that we know, all the mythical stories, all the religious stories, all any people that have said, I have seen this, and they put this on record and they wrote it down. Of course, exaggeration is huge, especially with men, no offense, right? And most of the time it was men that were putting these things on record, right? Exaggeration is a big factor, but there's always a tiny core, and that tiny core entails the truth. It's like a little tiny egg, and when you open that egg up, there's the truth in there. Okay, and that's actually, I have to say it again, that's one of those biggest things that Helena Blavatsky promotes. There's always a tiny sliver of truth to any story that is explained, that is talked about, that is written, all of that. So all the religions, it's, of course, now, you know, you have the oldest religions, you know, of Hinduism, Buddhism, even the Norse religion, you know, all of these things go way back. Christianity, for instance, is built upon these religions. You know, they have just shaped this and decorated it in a whole nother way. You know, they have now brought in this guy named Jesus, and you know, but all of these different things are like that. You know, I do kind of rule out the Germanic traditions, because those are really, I think those are records. You know, like, kept of actual people that existed, you know, and people that were bigger than themselves and bigger than everybody else, not in a physical sense. Some of them, yes, of course, the Juten, but you know what I mean. Like, and it was impressive what these humans, these superhumans, these overhumans, as Friedrich Nietzsche would put it, what they accomplished. And so other humans that were smaller in a sense, they wrote that down, but they decorated it in elaborate stories, you know. But it is a little bit different, you know, for actual religion. Indoctrinated religions are really, like, aggressive. They require you to do this, and you cannot do this, and you must always do this, and it's like, whoa, bro. Like, don't tell me what to do. Like, my people, they don't tell me what to do. Don't do that. Okay, Kelly. And yeah, this it's always energy working against each other, and that's exactly I learned that too. Even if you have like a solid object like this card right here, it's a solid object, yes, but it's only solid because the particles are so close together that they make this a solid object, right? The molecules are so close together. In reality, they are not one. This is not one piece. This is a bunch of molecules that you cannot by any chance see with the naked eye, and they are just rubbing against each other because of magnetism that's there, some force that's holding them together in their place like this, and it's making it physical. They are not one thing, and it's exactly what you're saying, working against each other. Yep, I understand, Flora Metal. I understand. It's a problem of concentration. I have days like that where I just really like, I'm like, okay, I've been trying to read now all day. Just as an example right now, I've been trying to read all day. Nothing is sticking. I'm done. I'm just watching a dumb show on TV. I get it. Sometimes you really have to be like certain people like me I've always had concentration issues where I couldn't concentrate my whole life. That was always an issue in my life, in school and everything. For me, it really is like I have to feel completely like okay in a sense, like in the certain aspects. I never feel 100% anyway, be it mentally or physically, but it's like I have to feel, at least like 85% with my whole self in order to be able to hold concentration on anything, on reading, writing music, painting, and reading has been the good thing lately. Like I've been just like fucking doing that like crazy. Painting, I started again and then down again. So I totally understand, Florida Metal. I really do. All right, duelist. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but, yeah. So, that's a man thing. That's a man thing. Not all men, of course, but I've noticed that. A lot of men get like that. Like, problem solving is not a thing. It is literally more like going through the walls with your head. That's really what kind of men do. We women sit here like, I can find a solution. I can figure this out. I can figure this out. And men are like, I'm gonna just go. It's like, don't do that. No, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, my brother. So funny. I'm laughing my ass off. Okay, 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 Kelly. I will definitely do that. That's cool. That's cool. Yes, I love that. Doll is great. No problem. Where can I find your Discord? Can you send it into my Discord or something? Like, I really want to. I don't know how that shit works. I'm still like really illiterate with that whole Discord thing. So if you could send it to me or something, I really want to see that. How did he suddenly just do? He was just complaining. I guess he just quickly figured it out. Something happened. Well, not much contribution by you guys tonight about this topic, but it's totally fine. I think we're gonna just revisit that on Tuesday. We're gonna revisit it again, and we're gonna dissect it, the second part. No, it's fine, Metal. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Maybe we'll just dissect the second part and everything, but Anyway, it was definitely a nice stream, and I think I expressed myself well, at least like how I wanted, how I wanted to express myself and what I wanted to express myself. What is this all about, exclamation mark Discord. Oh, that's so funny. I was like, I don't know if that's working. No, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, if you can send it, if you're too tired to understand, but if you can, like, I would really like to see go on there and be like, I want to see dolls. Oh, I think you sent. Yep, there it is. Okay, perfect. Yep, I'll come in there, and I'll check out some doll stuff. Yay! Troosten. Troosten, is that what you guys say there in Holland, or am I crazy? Troosten. I don't know what that means. We have Trösten in Germany, which means to comfort somebody when they're sad. But Trösten, I don't know. You're funny as hell, man. Unless this is actually a word that you guys use, then, but I'm laughing because I'm thinking you're trying to say tschüss, but you're saying Trösten. Oh my god. Oh, that laughing just made my fucking headache worse. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, I mean, what a great stream. I really thank all of you guys for being here and contributing, even, whatever you were able to. I also did speak fast. I understand. Yeah, definitely, fundamental, definitely. Yeah, so I want to thank all of you guys for being here. I want to thank Cheese Leaf was in here, Serenity was in here, Hydra of War, we haven't seen in a while, was in here. Super happy about that. Kelly, as usual, was great. Duelist, awesome. Great that glad you were here. Florida Metal, as usual, a very good stream, guys. I had a lot of fun. Oh, and then we had Racer. That was a somebody, but they didn't really respond then later. But maybe they'll be back on Tuesday or something. But thank you guys so much for coming. I had a blast, and this was really fun. And Duelist, I'm sorry. If you want to talk more, text in Discord, or I tell people all the time too. If you guys don't feel comfortable texting in Discord because there are many people in there, not many people, but there are some people in there. You feel free. The people that come here in my chat, as long as there's not thousands of you in here. Of course, there's not, right? But the people that are in here now in the chat, feel free to contact me on my personal Facebook. I have this in my information, in my Twitch information panel thing. I would always love to continue conversations in the Facebook Messenger. I like using Facebook Messenger. It is a very good, like, simple program to use. It does what I wanted to do very quickly, very easily accessible, all of these things. So I just really prefer that. I prefer that over all of the other ones, to be honest with you. So yeah, feel free to contact me on my personal Facebook, Kelly, or Duelist, or Florida. Well, Florida Metal, you do it anyway. Promethean does it. So conversations don't ever have to just stop here in the stream. So, but I am going to go offline, and again, I really want to say I appreciate you guys so much. You make this perfect for me, and you make this worth for me to do this. It makes me really happy to do when I know that you guys are interested in the things that I try to talk about, and these topics that I'm trying to dissect and analyze. And yeah, but I will be back on Tuesday, and but until then, don't forget to mourn those in spiritual turmoil, And I want to say again, thank you so much, guys. And I want to say tschüss, zdravo, and bye.